So I was scrolling through my YouTube feed, the home section, and just trying to look for videos maybe to watch and honestly entertain myself in a way when I'm not watching Netflix or playing sports or playing with the kids or whatever. When I'm actually, on YouTube and exploring through it. I get a lot of cryptocurrency videos, Tesla videos, sports related content, but the point is that I'm bringing this video to you because I truly believe that XRP will be able to flip Ethereum and Bitcoin. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, again, when I said I was scrolling through YouTube videos, you can see here that we have a video from Andre Jik. Andre Jik, great YouTuber, top of the line YouTuber, obviously, when it comes to editing and especially in the financial space and everything. So shout out to him for making all the videos that he's made. I reacted to a video recently, but you see here, Ethereum is exploding and could flip Bitcoin. Now, this is the reason why this video is coming up. Yes, I think that is true. I've said that the flippening will happen, that Ethereum will flip Bitcoin and it will be worth more, right? The reasons why is mainly hovering around utility. But I also see the potential, the solid potential of XRP to flip both of those. And the reason being is because it's involved in many more places and many more situations to where it can be used. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. We'll go into where XRP is and obviously where the top three cryptocurrencies are, because all three of these are the top three cryptocurrencies in the market here today. So make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links down below. It does help out the channel. You can check out my link for Patreon down below and Twitter in the description. Don't forget about my link for BTCC. If you guys are interested in signing up for a platform to where you can trade all three of these, honestly, I believe all of them can get up to a 500x leverage on this platform. But I don't ever recommend that. I would recommend doing a lower leverage for a longer term, because obviously these are going to be a lot more heavy on utility in a large way. So seeing that slow, consistent growth over time, or rapid growth if you want to classify it or you want to compare it to the stock market, you'll be able to gain consistently as you move along, right? If you have too high of a leverage, you can lose everything very, very quickly. So check out my link down below. You can get a 10% deposit bonus, extra bonuses up to $10,055, and 40% lower trading fees. So feel free to check it out. Link is at the top of the description. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this video to you, again, is because of the conversation around what's going to be the most valuable cryptocurrency in the market, as well as what's going to be the most usable, which kind of can go hand in hand in a way, right? Because right now, the most valuable cryptocurrency in the market is Bitcoin, sitting at a 2.2, almost $2.3 trillion market cap. Ethereum sitting at about a $600 billion market cap. And XRP is third on the list at $180 billion. Now, I know when you see these comparisons, you're like, there is no way that XRP is going to catch up to where Bitcoin is, let alone pass it and be worth more. Just by the comparison. But if you actually break a lot of things down and understand the different pieces of it and why I believe that that's going to be the case, you may change your tune maybe a little bit more. But let's just understand, right? Bitcoin, when it was created, when it was, started and everybody was on the bandwagon talking about Bitcoin, the idea or the mindset was always to find a way to use this thing that takes less time to transfer to one another than physical cash and utilize that in our normal flow, right? Our normal flow of money. That was the idea. However, other things started to get created that had a little bit more speed to them, right? Where instead of taking an hour or taking, a few hours or a day, right? It can take 15 minutes, or it can take minutes, or it can take seconds. So with those things being created, Bitcoin and a lot of the Bitcoin maxis changed their tune to, this is a massive store of value and you treat it as gold, which is true. You can still treat it as gold, and you could have done that in the past, and that was a conversation in the beginning as well. But more on trying to utilize that and having instead of banks, you go kind of outside of banks and do it on your own and kind of bypass banks in a large way. But again, since that change happened, you now have Ethereum, and you have XRP, and you have Solana, and you have some more conversations about another project or another coin being that utility where I can pay you, a business can pay you, you can pay a business, you can have bank flows that are very easy, country to country, right? Different banks to other banks around the world. We're talking about lightning fast speeds within seconds, not talking about minutes or days or business days or anything like that. We're talking about seconds where it feels like you send it, refresh the page or refresh what you have, your money's already gone and it's over to the other person within seconds. Like, that's what we all wanted. So when we look at those things, we talked about Ethereum level 2, we talked about Solana, but it seems like all of the focus is hovering around this third position, third coin by market cap, which is XRP. That's the sole reason. Not saying that we're going to talk about all these other potential use cases and all that stuff. This is something that's being talked about to be all of those things, while Bitcoin was supposed to be that. Now, Bitcoin will have value, right? It will have heavy value. I think that Bitcoin, will be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, potentially even millions of dollars. But if that is the case, where it gets to that point, XRP will be worth so much more just based on the fact that we can use this all the time, everywhere, for everything. And we don't have to wait or have our heart skip a beat because the money is gone from our account or our wallet, but it's not there yet, right? I've had that situation happen plenty of times where I send Ethereum is gone from my wallet, right? But it's not over in the other wallet yet. And now I'm like, let's count the seconds, let's count the minutes, because I need to make sure that I get this money in this other wallet, right? I don't want to have that happen, and I'm sure other people don't want to have that happen, so they want it to happen instantly. And yes, instantly means within a second, but we're talking about a few seconds that this can happen rather than minutes. So it's way better, right? Now, again, Bitcoin, the reason why I think that it will halt at a certain level, let's say it's hundreds of thousands of dollars, it halts at a $5 trillion market cap. The reason why I say that it'll halt is because eventually it'll hit a point to where, yes, it does have scarcity in the amount of supply that's left, similar to gold, but it also doesn't have a reason to use it. It's only a reason to hold it. And if that becomes the case, you still have an insane amount of value, trillions of dollars worth, but it starts to get halted because the value of moving it, the value of giving it to somebody else rather than people just holding it, there's no value on that other side. Do you know what I mean? For Ethereum, there's a little bit more value on that. However, XRP, there will be a lot more value on transferring that, on being able to utilize it for cross-border payments, on being able to have an instant money flow versus money flow that takes days to actually go through, and it's pending on both sides, on your bank and your business and that business. No one wants to deal with that. We don't want that time in between. We want to make sure that if we're sending something, we know it's getting there right away, right? So that's why I think that you're going to have it surpass Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's no more than that. But when you start to factor in all of these other partnerships and the conversations and the fact that it's a US based cryptocurrency and the fact that they're in every room when it comes to these discussions, that's something that I'm like, okay, you have some ability to change, you have some ability to adopt, you have the ability to upgrade and do things for the better, regulation wise, and so many other things. I feel like this is all set up for success in many countries. But again, this is all still just my opinion. And I don't want to say that 100% that this is going to happen. This is the way that, or what I believe in, what I am truly seeing. But again, everybody has their own things that they want to invest into, that they want to believe. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you are wrong. I just believe that I'm right here. However, if I end up being wrong, I will clearly call it out. But that's going to take time to fully develop when we see XRP hit its stride. But all three of these, top three cryptocurrencies in the market, XRP will be worth multiple trillions of dollars. Right now, it's worth 180 billion. And this is only at a $3 level. This is without understanding, or not even understanding, but implementing the massive use cases that we can have and will have with XRP. So anyways, let me stop preaching, you guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Again, if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC, feel free to do so. That link is in the description. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.